What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hayden. This is where we talk about all things business, finance, entrepreneurship. I know I've been away for quite some time, but after being back home, checking out the channel, I see everybody is pretty keen on the Turo videos. If you don't know what Turo is and you've been living under a rock, it's basically the Airbnb of cars. I've been on Turo now for almost a year, and I think I have some tips and tricks that all Turo hosts need. So this is gonna break down over my experience the 5 most important accessories or things I've needed as a Turo host to help my business, help my customers, and make the experience as flawless as possible. I will set this up as the most urgent, absolute, no doubt about necessities you need at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. So the first thing on my list that has been huge for me, it's not an absolute must priority, but I definitely would say it's worth getting if it works for you. I know everybody's situation is different. So the number one thing I would get is a foam cannon blaster for your car. I know it sounds kind of silly to spend, almost $100 with a pressure cleaner and a foam blaster when you could wash your car normally, but if you have multiple cars, multiple rentals you're doing every single week, this will cut back your time a lot and also assure you're giving your guest a clean car, which will ultimately help your reviews, help your listing ranking, and repeat business. So in my opinion, I say it's definitely a must get, and it's gonna save you a lot of time. Number 2, if you are a Turo host, then you're in the automotive business. So what I would say, for me, it's been a huge thing, and I'm a little biased because a lot of my channel is dedicated to credit cards. You will need a good business credit card or personal credit card that's gonna get you rewards back on gas, travel, and there's a bunch of them out there. I use the American Express Business Gold Card, which I will link down below, and also a video up here on many more perks you can get with this card and get much more value out of it than you're putting in. So I would definitely recommend a good credit card for gas because you have multiple cars, multiple renters going out. Number 3, I have not personally used this yet, but I do have it just in case it could be a lifesaver, is you're going to want a car lockbox. Now, in the event you're not working from home and you're going back and forth from your 9 to 5 or traveling and still want to rent your car out with maybe a co-host, it's really important to make sure your car is going to be secure for both you and the renter's sake. So having a decent lockbox on the car is gonna make sure you're much more comfortable with the rental and obviously the renter itself, because they'll be leaving the keys in there. The instructions that I would give the renter before you can either remotely unlock your car or just allow them access to it via communication through the Turo app is to make sure they do all the walk around pictures of the car, and then as soon as you give them the code to unlock the lockbox to access the car, have them take pictures of the interior, the odometer, and the gas level as well. Again, I haven't personally used it yet. I do have it for that just in case whoopsies moment if you can't make it to meet your rent either pre or post trip. Number 4, this is an absolute must have, zero negotiation about it. It's unfortunate that you need it, and that is going to be an Ozone Air Purifier. No matter how many times you tell your renter, whether it's pre, during the trip, while they're booking the trip, to not smoke in your car, people are gonna do it. Unfortunately, some people don't really care about other people's property. And when they do smoke in your car, it's really important for both you, your property, and the next renter that they're gonna get a car that's been cleaned. And if they have kids, they don't need to worry about them inhaling anything that's like marijuana or cigarettes or crack, meth, it doesn't matter. I don't even know if those really smell, but I will link some Ozones down below. The one I personally use from Amazon, it's about $70, and I know it can be a stretch at first, but really, if somebody smokes in your car, you're charging them $250 as a smoking fee for the most part. So it's going to happen, it's inevitable. And when they do, at least the first violator is gonna pay for that first Ozone Machine plus some. So it is a definite must get. Number 5, I cannot stress this one enough. If this is your first Turo rental, you haven't even done this before, you're just testing the waters, this is the first thing you need to buy. No doubt about it, it is the most important, which is a GPS in your car. If you can't afford a hardwired GPS, you need to at least get an OBDI GPS tracker, and this is going to measure the speed of the car, if it gets crazy excessive, if they've gone out of state, or if, God forbid, your car gets stolen, you don't hear from the renter or anything, you're able to go retrieve your car. Now, I haven't had a situation like that yet where somebody's tried to steal the car, but I have had people go crazy, abuse the car to crazy limits and go like 120 miles an hour. It's absolutely insane. Now, if you saw my video before on the issues I've had with Turo, one of them is Turo not standing by their GPS guidelines that they have in their terms and conditions. They do say renters are subject to a $500 fee if they remove your GPS tracker from Turo approved GPS. The ones I use are not approved through Turo, but Turo will not tell me which ones they will approve. So I don't know. But I will tell my renters pre-trip and during the trip, hey, letting you know there is a GPS in the car. I know you're coming to South Florida. Don't care where you go. Strip club, South Beach, you're going down to the Keys, you're taking long trips into the Everglades. I could not care less. The only time I will be alerted is if you go over 100 miles per hour, leave the state, or I don't hear from you and I'm worried where the car is. 9 out of 10 times, they're really cool with it. But every once in a while, you do get people that unplug the GPS. So now I start warning them, hey, you're gonna be subject to a $500 fine if you disable the GPS in this car. And most people, you know, are decent. They know that this is your property, and usually they don't even like bark back at it for having a GPS in the car. I guess most rental companies have GPSs in their car anyway. Also, if your car comes back not driving correctly, misshifting, the alignment is way off, and you need to file a claim through Turo, you're able to use that data from the GPS and say, hey, look, I have excessive braking. They were driving hundreds of miles an hour. Probably not hundreds, but over 100. And this is related to the issues I'm now having with the car upon its return. These are a bit expensive because if you want instant timing in real time where your car is, it's usually gonna cost a fee monthly. I pay $24.99 a month. I will link the MotoSafety to Amazon down below. Again, if you're gonna get anything for your car to start renting out, this is the #1 thing. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you're a host, what are the things you absolutely need to have for your rentals? And if I missed something, definitely let me know. But more importantly, if you found this video helpful, beneficial to you in any way, please smash the like button, consider subscribing for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.